Okay. So how we go on YouTube? My puppet. I've done another update today. It's up. It's live. You can see it's here. The image here is a fixed image. I'm going to do another photo when it's done, and it's going to be all her outfit and all that. If you come back here, you can see there's the updates. That's the original one, as you can see. It's full release. It's basically done. Then that's the second one. It's got some menus added. Then it's hair added. Then it's the shorts were added, and now it's this one, which is Rain and Mouth, is added. You're free to use it, but as I wrote in the thing here, it's a brief description of the puppet's all about, and it's if you use her, respect her. So it's like, don't do all the crazy shit and stuff like that. Use it respectfully. It's at the point where I'm just going to now. It's going to do. So I'm going to do a bit of eyebrows. It's just going to get a top. She's going to get a skirt. Some tweaking, like the hair pieces. I'm going to tweak the hair pieces and stuff like that. Make them look nicer. That sort of stuff. But it's at a point where I can pretty much say like it's a full character now. The eyebrows are missing. I'll jump in, I'll show you. But it's pretty much, hopefully, throw it in your map, use it. So as I was talking about in some of my other streams, it's got some ground pieces there. It's got the ground pieces. They're a meter by a meter, close enough to a meter by a meter squares. And now, if you're using the squares, they detect above them for anything labelled scenery, object, or machine. They don't look for weapons. And when you're in here, if you've got 10 active, the puppet checks above itself. So as you can see, the little blue square in the bottom right is bright. But if I walk into this corner here, it goes dark because you look up there, it's got shade. So it's shadowed. Or in tan terms, it's shade. But if I go to the sky and turn the sky on, ooh, got lucky, got the rain straight off the bat. It's got every 30 seconds, I believe, it should cycle between a 1 in 5 chance of getting rain. If you want to test the rain, you can hit the left trigger, or Sony's term L2, to turn the rain on permanently. It's a test feature. If you go into the chipset, I'll show you in a second, there's a bit you can delete to take that away. The waiting pose is if you depossess the puppet, after 15 seconds it'll go into a waiting pose. So each square detects above. It has 2 fleck paint systems in it. It has the splashes on the ground, and it has the actual rain falling. They're actually attached to the square. So, it just ended. So if there's nothing above it, let's turn it back on again. If there's nothing above it, the ground goes, okay, I'm to be wet. So it'll darken itself, go shiny, turn on the rain hitting the ground, and turn the rain falling on. They're attached to the ground piece. You can use the puppet without it, and it would still go wet if it's not covered and it's rain. But you won't get the falling rain. If you want to use the falling rain, you've got to place these squares in. This is the way I found it to be the easiest. The ground is using a wireless receiver to get a signal from the puppet. The puppet tells the ground it is raining, and that's what triggers the rain. So all these squares out here are just standard ones. Change them to whatever you want. You can, as you can see, if you go a rough paint, actually I'll turn around so you can see it. That's meant to be wood, and that's meant to be grass. So, sounds like grass, sounds like wood, in the rain, makes a sloppy sound. The puppet itself, as you can see, it's got the mouth, 3 closed, slight open, wide open, so the louder you are, the more open the mouth will go. As you see, no eyebrows yet. That's what I was saying. When I tweak the hair, I'll add the eyebrows, because as you can see, the hair is literally just blobby. I'm going to go in there and try and make it look nice. Bring up all this. You can show the health. When it's raining, the health goes less pink, more bluish, so more like a purple. Light turns the underwear on. When I say underwear, the brightness of the underwear. That toggles photo mode. Now photo mode, I haven't. It's no longer activating the skybox with it. It's the skybox is now with the rain. So going to photo mode only poses the character. So you turn that off, turn that off. If you turn tan on, it'll slightly lengthen how long it takes to tan. Same with the when it's raining. If it's raining, puppet gets wet. The clothing will darken a little bit, like clothes would. Let's quickly go in. I'll show if I go edit. Go into here. I'll quickly show you these things. Okay, so there's the rain or weather. If you delete that, the testing trigger, that is no longer a thing. It's totally random. The mouth, if you're looking for the mouth, that's in here. It's just detecting how loud the volume is and determining which one to display. That's the right hand trigger, right hand menus. That's the touchpad menus. Test switches are still there. The poses, or the energy, it's all still the same. That switch, that thing there, is so that the rain can interfere with the moisture of everything of the puppet. So when you're running, your puppet. Hang on, if I back out and show you, rewind. When you're running, it will also still sweat, get wet, get puffed. I don't know better do stuff. So as you can see, it's slowly. I've lengthened that. It can run further now. Gets puffed. That's what the little number on the right is. The high, if it gets to a 1, that's all your energy is depleted. If it gets to 0, none of your energy is getting used. Rain, like if I do over here and go sky, rain, I'm nowhere near those squares. So the puppet is still going to do the wet. So you can use the puppet without those squares. You just don't see the rain falling or hitting the ground or anything. That is just a visual representation of rain. The sound effects, when you go under shelter, it will change the sound effects, as you heard. Because it's raining, you can't tell when you're under shelter because it's saying you're always sheltered because it's raining, it's overcast. But as I stand underneath that little square, it's getting sheltered, it dries off. I'm open to suggestions. If someone says, "Oh, how about, I don't know, a cape or hiking boots or whatever, maybe a holster for a weapon," or something. I'm open to those kind of suggestions. But I'm pretty much at the point now. I'm going to start tweaking, give it a shirt, give it a skirt, the eyebrows, and it's kind of done. You're free to use it, but again, give me credit and be respectful. The outfits are through there, so R3, clicking in on the right stick, will open and close it. You can toggle the left and right to change through the different coloured outfits, different fringe styles, different back styles, and then the style is outfit. At the moment, as you can see, there's only basically the two. There's the shorts and the no shorts. It's going to have one that's a shirt and shorts. Maybe it's going to be just the shirt, just the shorts. I don't know, a dress maybe, or something like that. I'm trying to leave slot 5s. Oh, fringe. As you can see, slot 5 has got no hair. So if you want to add your own, you can. I'm going to try and do the same with the outfit style. Slot 5 will have probably just the underwear. So you can add your own stuff to it. Have I just found a bug? Yeah, I've just found a bug. It's alright. So yeah, color 5, as you can see, it goes to purple when you get the right. It's a bug. So I'll end up fixing that. That's why I say any problems, let me know. But as I was saying, slot 5s are for you to use, that kind of stuff. So if you want to use default, that's default. Version 2 would be that. Oh, sorry. And 3 would be that, so on and so forth. And then 5 is for you to do whatever you want with, type thing. They've got nothing assigned to them. The colors, it's meant to be was meant to be white like that, and then but as you can see, it's yeah. So hair color, clicking L3 while R3 is the right hand menus are open. If you click the left stick, you change your hair color. It's only for the keyframes. You can edit the keyframe to the exact color you want. Same with the clothing color. They're keyframes. That's why 5 is easy enough to fix. Just change the colors to the exact color you want. Yeah, as you can see, it goes to black. That's kind of it. Any issues, let me know. Any suggestions, go to the creation comments. If I back out, do not save. Best way to do it is if you've got a suggestion, go to the comments, leave a suggestion. Again, basic stuff like piercings or tattoos, that sort of stuff, they're easy enough to add, so I'll consider it. Super stupid crazy stuff like adding a buttload of animations, stuff like that I'll have to seriously consider, because I'm trying to keep it simple-ish. As the description says, place and play. The aim is to, for example, you get a creation, let's go new creation, I want to use it, go here, grab the puppet, there's the puppet, I can better just go bang like that, place it into my scene, go okay, let's place it where I want it. So if I want it to say there, I should be able to go like that, have my map around. The ground pieces are under the ground, as you can see, but if I activate the sky, it still does the rain. So that's why I've done it the way I've done it. You can just hide the squares, you still get the rain effect. I don't want it so that when you place it in this scene, you could do a buttload of wiring, stuff like that. It's mostly self-contained. The placeable squares they use wireless receivers, so they should work regardless of where they're placed. You can turn the toggle for collision on or off. It shouldn't make any difference. Same with the shelters, because it will detect an object whether it's collidable or not. It won't look for ones that are invisible. But if you want to make, like, just say something you can jump through, but will shelter you, like a net or something like that, you can actually use it and make it not collidable, make it look like a net. You can puppet will pass through it, but once you're under it, it will shelter it. If you want to make it shelter like a piece of glass, then you're going to have to tell it to also detect stuff that's invisible and make it invisible. If you know how to do that, it's easy enough to do. In fact, I'll give you a quick little look on how you do it. So for example, if you want the puppet to look for stuff that is also invisible, you can go to the tan, for example, grab the laser scope, as you can see in here. It's looking straight up for an object. If it hits the object, it will let it know, but it's as you can see, it's scenery, object, and machine. Both collidable or not collidable, just change that to both. If it's invisible, it will still then detect it and still turn it off. So if you want to make like a glass panel, you can use, for example, a text gadget or whatever, have it above the puppet, have it still detecting, okay, there's glass there, you can see through it, but the rain doesn't get you. And then it will also tell the ground pieces that are underneath the ground here. Actually, we're going to edit so you can see it. Actually, go X-ray in the little chips like this. It looks above it in that cylinder. It only goes to 5 meters. Is there something there? Yes. Stop the rain. So the ground will stay dry. It won't do the rain animation. And the puppet itself doesn't use this as the determining factor. It uses its own laser scope if there's something above it. And the laser scope is technically it could be infinite, but I think I've got it set to like 1,000, so it goes like 1 kilometer up. As you can see, the squares only go to there, so like being in this world, if it's raining, if you come out to here, I'm no longer in that rain effect. You can change the size of them, but it will also change the size of the raindrops and the splashes on the ground, so just be aware of that. The rain is literally just a bunch of flex painted, and they do like a 0.1 second keyframe of from top to bottom. So they're going top to bottom that quick. It's super basic, trying to keep the thermals in the what do you call it, slow. So go to here and go to, where are we there? Trying to keep them nice and low. The keyframes and stuff like that would be more in the gameplay, but if you're making your own game, I'm trying to keep these two here relatively low. The audio, it's using bugger all. The gameplay, a lot of that is the whole checking for the sun, the tan, the cloud, the cover and the rain, stuff like that. That's what most of that's getting used on. Now the graphics, if you're running low on graphics, my only suggestion is go to the puppet, go to, let's turn that off, go to this one, and all the stuff that's pink, as you can see the legs, just turn it down. Stuff that you think is a little bit too pink, just turn them down. The hair pieces, you can turn them down. Just be aware when you turn the hair down, it'll go fluffier too, but when you do that, that'll give you more of your graphics. So hopefully people find this useful, hopefully they use it. So I am open to suggestions, as I said, but it's at the point now I'm just going to tidy it up, add a couple of little extra things like a skirt, the top, maybe a jacket, the eyebrows, tidy up the hair so it doesn't look, because let's face it, that looks pretty blobby. Going to try and make it look a bit more like hair, without adding too much thermal to it. And I might add a little bit of eye movement. We'll see. I might make it so when you move the head, the eyes move. Like when you look that way, the eyes might look the same direction or something. I don't know yet. We'll see. But it's pretty much at its complete state. It's usable. It's all working as far as I can gather. Again, any issues, let me know. Any suggestions, let me know. That's kind of it. I'm out here. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.